Good evening, everyone. I'm Carly Rappaport-Stein. I'm the Executive Director of Intercultural Journeys, and it is my pleasure to welcome you tonight to Close-Ups, featuring Elba Hevia y Vaca. This edition of Close-Ups is so beautiful and takes place in two lovely locations. First will be in Elba's beautiful, lush backyard, and second will be in Southwest Philadelphia's backyard in the form of the wonderful Bartram's Gardens here in beautiful Southwest Philadelphia. In this episode, you'll get to hear about Elba's life, about her art, about flamenco, and about feminism. And you'll also get to see her work in practice as she journeys through her life and experiences in a piece she's titled La Bolivianita. It's an incredible piece, an incredible work, and I'm so excited to be able to share Elba's work with you tonight. If you love what you see tonight, you're very much in luck because you'll have two more chances to be a part of the Close-Up series this season. On December 8th, we've got Susan Hoffman-Watts, a wonderful klezmer artist, and on January 12th, we'll have Pallavi Chakravarti, a fantastic Kathak dancer. If you love the work that you see, if you can't wait to support these wonderful women and their wonderful work, please take a moment to say so by donating to Intercultural Journeys. We are producing this series free of charge. We're so grateful that we're able to do that. But the only way we're able to continue doing that is through the generosity of people like you. If you'll take a moment, you can show your support for Intercultural Journeys at interculturaljourneys.org/donate. That's interculturaljourneys.org/donate. And now I invite you to relax in your living room and join me to see Elba Hevia y Vaca in Close-Ups. Thanks, and stay tuned after the show for discussion with Elba herself. See you on the flip side.
I'm Elba Hevia y Vaca, and I'm a flamenco artist. I make work for women and about women. So we're the protagonist of our own story. We're not the sexual object or the exotified other fighting for a man, which tends to be a lot of the choreography. So I've made various works that look at the women's history, religious history, the Virgin, the Mary, all these components of it. So I'm also interested in deconstructing what happens underneath our skirts are the most important things in flamenco. And guess what? They're hidden. They're hidden from view because it gives the mystery of sexualization. So those are the deconstructing components that I try to put into my work, as well as deconstructing the actual traditional flamenco. So I don't follow the rules. I make my own rules up. And I make them up so that it is for more female-centered. The stance, the determined stance alone, you start living it, breathing it. The arms are water. So all these components of that are traditionally in flamenco, I grab them and relook and reshape them into what I feel is important for me. Flamenco was born out of oppression from all these different cultures, African, Sephardic Jew, Indian, all these cultures, knew nothing, couldn't even speak the same languages, but they had something in common, oppression. It was born like jazz and blues. So all these cultures put together talk about oppression. That's what flamenco is. I mean, in a nutshell. It's a way of life for most people that live and breathe flamenco. Well, flamenco has had lots of interesting changes throughout its history. For the longest time, it was only the Romani people that held the torch. So it's had its morphs. It's gone through golden age, it's gone through diluted times, the Franco regime diluted. So flamenco during this, until 76, was highly, highly diluted. Fortunately now, it has all these colors now. It's changing and moving. And I'm always very interested in postmodern contemporary flamenco. That's been my thing. I have to know traditional flamenco, but that spoke to me only in a particular way. I had to find my own voice through it. A flamenco artist came to Bolivia at age 13 when I was in the conservatory. So the minute I went into that studio, heard the rhythms, they spoke to me. That was my aha moment, for real. This is what I want to do. Because it spoke to me on a very different level than all the dance forms that I had before. The other dance forms I was doing was rote learning, which is fabulous. This was about all these rhythms that I had never been exposed to, that felt in my body something I had never felt before. The voice of the song, the cante. That was an ancient voice that spoke to me of somewhere other than the Spanish conquistadores. I knew then that I had to pursue this, and it also healed me. It made me present at a time where I needed to be present. It was a lot of craziness in my family, so I really tried to run away quite a bit. Fortunately, I had my flamenco to run away to. Rhythms, motions I could connect to that I was not allowed to connect to in the real life. So that is what brought me. It was 13. Compás. Compás is a Spanish word for meter or time signature. The compás is fundamental to flamenco and most often translated as rhythm, but demands far more precise interpretation than Western style music. Compás. In flamenco, compás is our north, south, east, and west. It is what we have to adhere to. So in flamenco, we have many rhythm families that we call palos. Each different rhythm family has its own rhythm structure. And as students, we have to learn all these different rhythm structures. Each different rhythm family has its own rhythm structure, its own set of codes. It's pretty exciting. Compás. Emotion. Emotion is a natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. Emotions have been described by some theorists as discrete and consistent responses to internal or external events which have a particular significance to our organism. A particular significance to our organism. Emotion. So in flamenco we have compás, rhythm structure. Then we have an emotion attached to that particular rhythm. So we celebrate all emotions. We dance to happiness, we dance to sadness, we dance to every emotion possible. So we have alegrías, the palo por alegrías, joy. We celebrate life. We celebrate the joy, the gratefulness to everything that we have. Then we have cante hondo, seguirías. We look at death, doom, sadness, loss. We're not afraid to go to that dark shadow of ourselves. We have bulerías, burlar, to jest with. Find humor in life because the world is insane. We have to find humor. And then we have rhythms like soleá, aloneness, where we find the essence of ourselves and connect with that. We celebrate solitude, moving meditation. Then we have rhythms that celebrate sensuality, sexuality for ourselves. We're very lucky. This art form has all these emotions we can find in our bodies after we learn the compás. It's very healing. We're not afraid to go to the dark part in our life. The shadow, the dark. That last little bit was a code. Code. Yes, it's over there. Code. A system of rules or principles. A system of signals or letters and symbols with special meanings used for sending messages. Used for sending messages. So in flamenco we have compás, emotion, codes. Traditional flamenco we would not have to rehearse at all. I would say to Barbarita, my singer, I'm going to give you an opening, a llamada, so that you can give me your verse afterward. My guitarist, I'm going to give you a closing. And then you give me your falseta. We're communicating with each other. We know all these codes. Each different rhythm family has its own set of codes. So we have to learn those codes from that specific rhythm family. How do we do this? We hear, we hear, we hear, we look, we spend time in the studio, many, many years, because there's families and there's subfamilies. So we have to learn those subfamily codes as well. And that's really just by watching and doing. That's getting harder and harder as I age, for sure. Precision. Yes, here. Precision. Exactness and accuracy of expression or detail. The quality, condition, effect of being exact and accurate. Precision. Accuracy. Compass, emotion codes, precision. Yes, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, hours, hours, and hours in the studio. Studying the compass, studying the codes, finding the emotion in your body so that you can heal and express. Precision. Many, many hours. But the study is brilliant because, check it out, we have all these palos, rhythm families, and these palos are from various parts of Andalusia. So you get to travel around Andalusia and learn about the culture, learn about the cante, learn about the people there. It's a wonderful study. Truly wonderful. Feminism. The advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. Feminism at its core is about the equality of men and women, not sameness. Feminism has been associated with strong, forceful, and angry women, and most societies continue to punish us. Yes, they do. I believe a woman should live the life she chooses. We will have arrived with every woman can decide for herself, her future, and share her unique gifts in spite of the double standards. So to me, feminism is probably one of the most important movements you want to get on board with Black Lives Matter, because it's about equality. Equality. I get charged up about this. The world is very strange at the moment. So I knew very early on that flamenco empowered me. The stance alone, lifting up your collarbones to the celestial. We start believing this. Hey, I'm here. I'm a ninja warrior, peaceful warrior. Flamenco has a potential to empower. And I saw that very early on, and I knew that I needed to create a feminine dance company, an all-female dance company. I saw a very misogynistic, patriarchal culture in the Romani culture, where the artists, women artists, the only control they have isn't when they're on stage. After that, their life is not theirs. So I'm interested in making work about women, for women. We're our own protagonists of our own stories. Yes. Now I invite you in to feel this connection to your heart. If you're sitting down, standing up, no pasa nada. Lift those collarbones up, and we're going to join us in compás, in rhythm. So we're going to make a big hug around your arm. You're going to place your hands together. We call these palmas. Palmas are how we do the compás, and this is how we support each other. So we're going to do alegrías. We need a little joy in our lives right now. Yes, we do. Yeah, alegrías is 6-8 times signature. I'm going to start with 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to start 12. 1, 2, 3. Vale? Here we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Add on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Add on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Add on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12. Da, 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 da. 2 more times. Da, 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 da. Last time, finish on 10. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ole. Ole. We were in sync. Imagine in a performance where the guitarist is doing his thing, the singer is doing his thing, the palmas and the dancer, but we're all in sync and supporting each other. We're in rhythm together, one as one. It's a pretty special place to be. definitely getting harder as I get older, for sure. Passion. A feeling of intense enthusiasm towards or compelling desire for someone or something. It can be wild, chaotic, unpredictable, excessive, over the top, indulgent, out of control. That's flamenco, but we're in control. To me, passion has been my muse for authenticity and honesty. My love affair with flamenco started at a very young age, 12. I knew as I got older, it helped me to heal and understand who I am. It was a way to connect to my soul and find my truth and heal. The fiery moments of a passionate experience are moments of wholeness and totality. Anayas in. Wholeness and totality. Flamenco has been my anchor. It has been the love of my life. It's been my passion. It has helped me understand me, make sense out of this crazy world out there. I grew up in a misogynistic, patriarchal, religious culture, La Paz, Bolivia. I witnessed much racism, much inequality. Flamenco was a way to understand all this for me. She and I have been having lots of dialogue lately, actually the last 10 years. What does she mean to me as I get older? At 60, I need very different things from her than I need from her when I was 20, 30, 40, 50. She's still my very best friend. I go to her anytime life gets really crazy. I've spent over 30 years trying to understand flamenco, get deep inside her. Got curious about my DNA. My family's always thought of themselves as Spanish, but hey, I know better. So, 4 years ago, I discovered that I'm 50% Andean indigenous, yes. Told my family, they're wrong. That's another story. I grew up with my grandmother and we danced folkloric music in Bolivia. We danced folkloric music, and I know that my journey to finding my indigenous part is alone. No one in my family wants to figure this out. And there's no record. So I have to figure this out through the music, through the people. La 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 So my body has embraced a lot of training. It is a highly trained machine. So that journey has been an interesting journey for me because as I see myself, the training that I have is useful, but that's not something I'm interested in continuing to use in my work. I'm trying to use the training and deconstruct it. What I do, I use the language of flamenco to empower women. I use the language of flamenco to heal by embracing the emotions that flamenco allows us to embrace. My relationship to flamenco has changed as I age, obviously. The virtuosity of what requires in flamenco, there's a virtuosity component. There is no doubt as you age, that is not going to be the way it is. And I've learned to accept that. Not an easy acceptance, by the way. So about 4 years ago, I started questioning my relationship to flamenco because I did not want to go in there toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. That's not where I wanted to go anymore. My needs were different. My heart was open. I wasn't this warrior that, kind of. So I was looking at flamenco in a much more peaceful, embracing way. And so my dialogue is very different now with my flamenco. It's not, I'm going to do this 10-minute solo with crazy footwork. It is, what do I want to make that makes me feel good? Or what do I want to say now that's essential? You just start paring down what's essential as you get older. What's essential? And so flamenco for me right now, it has a voice of, I'm looking at my indigenous side, I'm looking at, well, right now, isolation. It's changing every day, but it has been with me as my best friend since 13. La 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 la